Full. Yeah. Yeah. Very cold morning. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my god. It's a beautiful Monday morning. Shouts to everybody here so far. Let me know if you're here. 10 of you, thumbs up the stream. Let's get it going. Check this upside down horse kills me, man. Every time I see this upside down horse, I'm just, why is it there? Why is it there? Zoom in. Look at it, dude. It's fucking upside down, man. There's no point for that horse to be upside down, eh? Out here doing what I do. Yeah, shouts to you, brother. Day 10, man. It feels like, I don't know, it feels just like I don't even remember the last 10 days. Let's go. Oh shit. It's getting fucking chilly, man. This is what I like in the morning, man. Look, this is the level of trust we have. They just drop off fruit and they leave it out the front. There's only a few places you can do that in the world, man. The horse, that's animal cruelty, man. Oh yeah, someone fill me in on the London situation, dude. I fell asleep last night, and I was out during the day. I didn't really keep up to date with it. You have to fill me in. Morning, Robbie. Oh, good to see you, man. Oh my lord. Foot. Yeah, the beanie's out, man. It's that time of the year. Let's get going. 8 dead. Fuck. How'd that happen? It was another Muslim, eh? 40 odd injured. Okay. Shit's tragic, man. I mean, they're coming in thick and fast right now. It's actually getting quite fucked up. I saw, dude. Shouts to you. I'm gonna deliver that thing today for you. Shouts to you, brother. I really appreciate it. You felt how good the fabric was. You had to get yourself another one, eh? Yeah, it's scary, bro. Yeah. Whole of central London was empty as fuck. Everyone fucked out of there. I can imagine, man. I mean, the world's a crazy fucking place, man. It's actually getting pretty crazy right now. We're all sponsored athletes, dude. We're all professional athletes getting paid to just live. Hi there, brother. Good to see you. Yeah, I mean, I can't believe it's crazy how in Manchester, now London, wasn't there two attacks? Wasn't there 2 attacks in one day? Alberto, pleasure. Someone fill me in. Don't let me hanging on this London shit, dude. We're wasting data right now. I need the info. Deadpool. Bless you. That fresh air, son. Alright, well, no one's filling me in. It's upsetting me. Oh, here comes the bin man about to take away the alcohol from the weekend. Bro, I need this job, eh? Quietly, dude, I need this job. I need it, you need a truck license. I need to get a truck license, dude. Okay, a guy in a van on London Bridge, 3 guys got out with knives, started stabbing people up. Fuck, man. A student was getting money out from the ATM, but taxi driver swerved over to her, tell her to run. Then she saw a guy sprinting at her with a machete, so she ran to the pub and got everyone to hide. Oh my god, dude. That gives me chills thinking about that, dude. I mean, it's tragic, man. I mean, it's tragic. I mean, there's no other thing to say about it, eh? I mean, who did it? It was obviously a Muslim migrant, eh? I'm not even saying that and trying to be funny, eh? But is that who it was? They all hid in the attic. It's just some horror movie type shit. Yeah, see, yeah. Slitting throats, so mad. I mean, crazy times breed crazy fucking people, man. I'll tell you what. Crazy times breed crazy situations, crazy people. You know what I mean? To be honest, they're usually British Muslims. I mean, it's sad as fuck, man. I mean, this shit just further perpetuates the cycle. No one wins in this situation, man. You don't win. Muslims don't win. No one wins. The only people who win are the fucking rich fucking, you know who, bro. Illuminati style. That's the only cunts who win out of this shit. No one else wins, man. I mean, the police really do their job well in these situations, man. You know what I mean? You got to hand it to the police, man. You know, like, sometimes I see the police standing on the side of the curb. I'm like, what do I pay you money for, man? But then in these situations, you go, fuck, like, I mean, that's a hardcore situation to be thrusted into. Imagine doing traffic control and the next minute you hear, like, fuck, there's dudes running down the streets with machetes. And then you're faced with the, you know, the dilemma of having to take another dude's life. Even if he's crazy, you still have to take a dude's life. That's hardcore. Yeah, brother, I'm still a Muslim. Yeah, man. I mean, Muslims can be attacking people all over the world, man. That doesn't detach me from, you know, my faith. You know. They were strapped with fake explosives as well, eh? Yeah, I mean, it's tragic, bro. I mean, it's, you know. Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, people are fucking crazy, man. I mean, we can get into it if you want to get into it on how this shit happens, eh? Everyone was on alert, armed and ready. That probably happened, eh? Yeah. I mean, it's going to be an interesting time in the UK now. I'm interested to see what's going to start happening in the UK. I mean, everyone in the UK has had a rough couple of weeks with terrorism and migrants, and it's just been heated throughout the EU. Has just been, and the UK, I should say now. I mean, it's just been heated, man, with the immigrants and, you know, everything happening is just like, I can only imagine the tension in the air. You know what I mean? I can only imagine the fear. I can only imagine the division. You know, this type of like frequency and like these type of events, man, like. Especially, like, now it's getting to the point where this shit happens, like, it's happening regularly and it's happening in, like, you know, major cities. You know, it really affects people, man, you know, in the fucked up way that cunts don't care until it starts happening down the street from them. And you know, I would be a victim of that too. If there was a terrorist attack down my street, like, obviously I'm going to feel that more than if there's a terrorist attack, you know, halfway across the world. But it's crazy how it puts things into perspective. I ain't going to London, fuck that. I know all that don't let them win shit, but that's easy to say while you're live, eh? I mean, it's true, brother. It's true. What are you going to do? I mean, like, yeah, obviously, like, I mean, if there was mad terrorist attacks going on in London, I wouldn't go to London either. Or maybe I would, I'm not even sure, man. Do you know what I mean? That shit can happen all the time. Obviously, I'm not going to put myself under the flame, but, I mean, that shit can happen all the time. Anywhere, man. We had one in Melbourne, the other fucking, that wasn't even a Muslim dude who did that though. Just some crazy cunt running over people down the street from me. Have you noticed any difference in, not really, brother, because I don't really, you know, I don't really look Arab, and when I kind of, you know, occasionally I'll run into someone doing that, like, especially now with fasting or something. Someone will be like, "Why are you training so early?" I'll be like, "I'm fasting," and they'll be like, "Oh," you know what I mean? Like, it's like one of those, "Oh," it's like, "Fuck, I never knew you were Muslim." Like, what? You know what I mean? Abdul, I'm a Muslim brother. People need to understand everything Islam is represented by these murderers. Are you saying that you think these murderers represent Islam, or are you saying that are you saying the opposite? I think the attacks was at the time of the day the Muslims would be breaking fast as well. Hey, man, this shit's fucking crazy, man. Any body changes during Ramadan? Not really, bro. I mean, you're saying the opposite. Oh, so you're saying they're not represented? They don't represent Islam? I never thought they represented Islam. You know, like, I keep in mind the real victims, brother. Now, you know, I get hated for saying this, but I don't give honestly, I don't give a fuck about some cunt in London who's scared. Like, fuck that cunt. Seriously, you got no empathy and compassion, man. If you blessed up fucking privileged cunt in London, who's not anyone in London on the stream, but seriously, you're scared, fuck you. You know what I mean? It's tragic as fuck, but you got to keep in mind who the real victims are, brother. You always got to keep that in mind. Muslim, white, black. You know what I mean? You can't. It's irregardless of that. You know, it's irregardless of that. If we just did a straight body count of people who are dying, more than us, you know, more than me, more than you, more than everybody in London, they're the real victims, bro. You know, so, and that's what I always keep in perspective. So when tragic shit happens, it's tragic, but I still keep it in perspective. We're all, bro, if you're on this stream, you're blessed and you're privileged. I'm privileged as fuck. You know what I mean? I feel it's very unfortunate for everybody involved, man. It's unfortunate for the cunts who did this. I mean, it's tragic. I mean, what kind of state of mind to type of cunts go in, run over people? What kind of value do they have on their own life, brother, and other people's lives? I mean, that's sad as fuck. And then everyone who died, that's also sad as fuck. But I also keep in perspective, the third people who are suffering is the people over in the Middle East who get fucked every day. The people who travel halfway across the world on a fucking boat that could potentially collapse and who are just driven by extreme circumstances. The type of people to wake up and the reality is just bomb after bomb after bomb after another killing, after no family, and, you know, it's chill, bro. I mean, they must be on drugs. You know, we say, bro, yeah, I'm with you on that. I say to myself, like, how can someone do that if they're not on drugs? But I say that from my own perspective, man. I say that from my own reality, you know what I mean? And my reality isn't oppression, you know what I mean? We talk about, you know, spiritual oppression in our lives and society trying to fuck us, yeah. But no, really, my reality isn't oppression. I didn't grow up with bombs going off. I didn't grow up with no sister. I didn't grow up with no mum. I didn't grow up with no school. I didn't grow up with the most extreme circumstances on the whole fucking planet, man. Some of these cunts come from the most extreme circumstances on the whole planet. They're fucking sick, man. They're tired, they're sick, they're lost. Their view on the world is bleak as fuck, man. They have no hope, bro. They're at war. You know what I mean? They're at literal war. You know what I mean? It's like we can't fathom how someone would do that, but how can, of course we can't fathom it, dude. But, I mean, I think to myself, I kind of could fathom, like, to a percentage, like 1%. Well, I couldn't because I'm living here, but imagine being them, man. Now, I'm not saying, I'm not trying to condone anything. I'm just saying, you just put yourself in try and understand where some of these acts, they you know, what breeds this kind of acts, man. What kind of environment breeds this kind of, you know, actions, man. And whose fault is it for inciting these acts of violence, bro? You know, it's the West, bro. Now, like me, hate me, agree with me, I'm gonna say how I feel. And it's our governments that promote this every day with our dollar, with what we spend, with tax money we spend, and the wars they incite. They promote these attacks. They are the ones putting the snakes in there, trying to tell you they're trying to stop the snakes, dude. You know what I mean? The ones trying to stop it are the ones inciting it, man, low key, you know what I mean? Because they know that half the population is dumb, mindless, drainboat, blinker type fucks who are just going to see it and then be like, oh, if it's a Muslim, it's a Muslim's fault. They can't even take 4 steps critically back to see where the real problem starts, man. You know what I mean? The war on terrorism created real terrorism. 100%, brother. 100%. They were supposed to be, I mean, we're going to hear thousands of stories now. You know, we're going to hear the comments from Libya, we're going to hear the come from Syria, we're going to hear the comes from refugee, we're going to hear the comes from jail. He's meant to be on a watch list, yada, 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 yada. It's basically going to be like this. He was a refugee, or he was a Muslim, or he was an immigrant. We have a refugee crisis, but we also praise the government, and we praise the police for just acting and reacting so quickly. And that's just how it's going to be, and we have to react even faster to this situation. And then, you know, I'm sure there's going to be some mad political shit going down in the next fucking couple months out there in London, man. I'm not saying you shouldn't be. I'm not saying that this isn't a scary situation. It is a scary situation. But you need to keep that mindset year round, brother. Not just when it happens down the street from you. Goober, or poor Muslim, shut the fuck up, cunt. Where are you from, brother? You're some white little fuck living in your mum's basement. That's what you are, dude. You're a little boy living in your mum's basement. You don't know anything about the Middle East. You don't even know fucking a cent about fucking being a Muslim. You don't need a cent about any other culture other than your own, other than watching Lisa Ann videos and wanking off all day, bro. That's what you know about. You don't know shit. Otherwise, you wouldn't say a comment like that. I'm gonna block you soon, bro. I just want you to know that. You're like a scared little boy, bro. You sound like a scared little boy. You know what I mean? You sound like a scared little boy. Shout out to Lisa Ann, man. She's retired. I think she's retired now. I mean, let's ask Goober. Goober, you probably know, brother. You fill us in. I mean, fill me in, brother. I'm looking at you, bro. Fill me in. Oh, poor Muslims. Oh, poor Goober. Oh, poor Goober's afraid. Oh, poor Goober's a drone. Oh. Why am I crying? Because you're a dumb fuck. That's why I'm crying. Why am I upset? Because you're a dumb fuck. Because you exemplify the worst of our fucking society right now. Blindless, blinker, drone, cunt. You know what I mean? That's exactly what you are, brother. And I want you to know. You know what I mean? You're the type of cunt, bro, that promotes thousands and thousands and thousands of kids dying every year with the words you fucking speak, because you don't even know the value of the words you speak, you stupid fuck. You know what I mean? When you say shit like that, you have the blood of thousands of fucking kids on your hands, man. Thousands of Muslim kids, thousands of Syrian kids, thousands of Christian Syrian kids. You know what I mean? It's cool, bro. I mean, go back to sipping on your fucking tea, eating your fucking bread, your scones, whatever the fuck you do, you lousy cunt. Sympathizing with the attacker, I'm sympathizing with the real victims. And there's victims in London, and I sympathize with them, you know. But I also sympathize with the greater majority of victims in the world who are suffering too. Oh, Adam, shout out to you, brother. It was sorry to give you a shout out in this heated moment, eh? But it was a pleasure meeting you. I'll let Joey know about that too. You know, let's get it straight, dude. London attacks, Manchester attacks, they're all tragic. Every single life taken prematurely is tragic. No one's debating that, man. No one's debating that. Karma's not killing innocent people though, is it? I mean, with your mindset, you might get run over by a fucking car soon, bro. Straight up, seriously. People forget that terrorist attacks are far worse and more regular in Muslim countries. 100%. I'm not saying there's not a problem in the UK. I'm not saying that there's nothing sus going on, bro. I'm just saying we're just all I'm saying is we got to keep in perspective how this starts. You know, what breeds these kind of acts, what kind of drives people to do these kind of things, and where the majority of the victims start, man. Where the majority of the victims are, bro. That's not taken away from the victims in London. That's not taking anything away from them. That's super tragic, man. I don't understand that comment. Karma's not killing innocent people, though, is it? I don't understand that. Every aggressive action bro, you know what I mean? The thing is with this, man, people don't understand their power. And people like Goober, whatever your name is, bro, they're mindless drones and they don't understand their power as a human being. And every day they support foundations, they support companies, and they support this campaign, bro. They support this campaign just by being fucking ignorant, by being stupid. They support it, and by that, low key, they got blood on their fucking hands, man. They don't understand it, man. You know what I mean? Marco, it's tragic, you know, it's fucked up, you know what I mean? And we're all human, brother. So if it happened down the street from me, obviously it's going to hit, you know, like, I'd be lying if I said if it didn't happen down the street from me, it's going to hit home more, you know? But this is a great opportunity for people to, not a great opportunity, I shouldn't say that. It's just an opportunity now to what you feel now, you know what I mean? You have to think about it in this way. What you feel now, you know what I mean? You should feel all the time, brother. You know what I mean? How upset you feel, how disgusted you are by the acts of terror. You should feel like that all the time. 12 months out of the year, you know, you should have that standpoint on it. Not just the 1 month when it happens down the street from you. You know what I mean? Use this as that. Use this, what you're feeling now, and use it all the time, bro. I'm not saying you gotta walk around like a depressed cunt, but I mean, people like to pick and choose when they come in and out of this scene, bro, where they start, you know, I'm gonna start caring about human life, and then, you know, if it's 10 months out of the year, I'm not gonna care about human life, and then 1 month out of the year, I'm gonna care about human life, you know? Yeah, I mean, shout out to you, Usul. The sadness of me is now I'm starting to feel desensitized to these occurrences. Yeah, I mean, I understand what you mean, bro. Abdullah, what are your solutions to these problems in your opinion? Is it shit to talk about? Is it going about it? But it's just going to go on and on. It is, bro. I mean, I think stuff like to derail shit like this would take years, bro. It would take millions and millions and millions and millions of people to wake up. It'd change. It would take so much, bro, on a large scale to change. You know, to really. It's like strength in numbers type shit, man. Like if the whole world came to a consensus on this, we would have power, we'd have change, but that's so far away right now. But it's almost like you just have to make the choice. you know, to shift your mindset and keep shit in perspective and have some empathy and shit like that, and just kind of rewire why the problem starts. You know, if everyone did that and they realized their power in these situations, and that happened on a mass scale, then we would have a difference, bro. You know what I mean? We couldn't get trampled on by the government and agendas get pushed without us knowing, and we wouldn't be, you know, we wouldn't be unwillingly condoning this. Because that's how it is, bro. We unwillingly condone it, man. Because we're not aware, bro. Because most people aren't aware of what's going on and how they play a part in it. We just unwillingly condone it. We just give up our right to, we just give up our power every day. Like we give up our power in several situations. We just give it up again. Shouts to you saying Muay Thai, brother. Yeah, we don't care. I mean, we live, bro. We live in a fucked up time, brother, where the disconnect's real, man. Disconnect's real, man. Like, constantly start brushing their teeth and shit. Constantly start drying their earlobes, man. The disconnect's hardcore, man. You know what I mean? So that's, our disconnects lead us to do all sorts of fucked up shit, promote all sorts of backwards shit. You know what I mean? And that's what happens, man. It's just a big war just trying to disconnect you from your spirit and shit. And this kind of stuff happens, man. Because if we were all, like, if you really believed that we were all connected, and you really had like a sense of like oneness, connectedness with everything, like you are everything, everything is me, we're all the same shit, you are my brother, I'm your brother, we're the sister, you wouldn't be doing this shit wouldn't be happening. Paul Bashir, it's a pleasure to see you. Bro, I haven't forgot about that podcast, man. I've been trying to email these people to get us into the studio. No one's responding to me. You know, people like to come at this shit from there. You know, you have to think about it. Like, people don't like to put shit, I want ISIS to die. I think everyone in the world wants ISIS to die, man. You know what I mean? Shout out to you, brother. I want ISIS to die too. The one I fucking hate is if you love them so much, you have a refugee in your house. You love them so much, you have a refugee in your house. I am a refugee. Shouts to refugees, brother. We come from a standpoint where we like to deny people their right to live. That's essentially what people do when they talk about ban the refugees, stop the boats. It's like, you're banding, you're trying to tell me, brother, not you. Like, I see cunts sometimes posting shit like, they're like pro ban the boats, stop migrants coming to the EU. You know, I'm not saying there shouldn't be systems in place to control that, you know, and to regulate that. I think that's fine, you know what I mean? But people are very stupid with what they say, and they don't can't say stop the ban the boat, stop the refugees coming to Europe. I'm like, literally can't, like, you actually, like, seriously? Like, if I put you on a fucking island, dude, and there was a boat full of kids crying in the ocean, and you single-handedly had the opportunity to turn that boat around and deny them their right to life, you would do that? Fuck no. You sit on your little privileged ass thing where you just like, yeah, stop the boat, say. I'm not talking about you, Luke Bright, eh? Bro, the difference is, man, the thing with the refugees is, brother, I mean, they come from war-torn countries on boats halfway across the world, and most of us are like, yeah, they don't want to integrate. Mate, why the fuck they don't want to integrate? It's like, don't get integrate and assimilate fucking mixed up. Don't get integrate and assimilate mixed up. Most of us, the most egotistic, selfish cunts, we want the whole world to conform to our needs. You have to me, the world versus me. Everyone has to fucking revolve around me. You know what I mean? It's like, bruh, I mean, these cunts are integrating, bruh. You know what I mean? There's thousands of refugees, millions of refugees all around the world who integrate. What are they meant to do? Bend over, suck your dick, turn into a Christian? No. You know what I mean? We've been sold this false lie that they don't want to integrate. No, what they're trying to tell you low key is we want them to assimilate, and they're not doing it. Why should they give up their culture, bro? I'm not saying everyone should be walking around in a fucking burqa. I'm not saying they should implement any fucking law. I'm not saying any of that, But like, we've made up this false thing like they don't want to fucking integrate. No, bro. You know what I mean? You want them to assimilate. They shouldn't have to fucking assimilate. Imagine if you went to Jordan or something and they try to turn you into a fucking Jordanian, or they try to strip away your values that you want to live with, You wouldn't let that fucking happen. You'd still drink you'd still go down the bottle, drink your fucking beer, pray to Jesus if you want to pray to Jesus, bat off 10 times a day. No one's going to blink an eye at that. No one gives a fuck. How many of you have seen a refugee camp? Have you seen what a refugee camp looks like? It looks a lot like a prison, bro. It looks a lot like a prison. You think these people want to be locked up in refugee camps? You think they want to, bro? That's why I'm saying my solution is to pair the refugees with locals from common countries they're trying to get into. Yeah, true, bro. I mean, true. But I mean, that's been happening, man, for a long period of time. That's been happening for that kind of integrate. I mean, yeah, now it's kind of like we're seeing it on a different level with the Syria situation and thousands and thousands and thousands of people coming in, at one time or whatever. But I mean, like, there's plenty of examples all around the world, man, where you go to school and there's a fucking black refugee chilling with an Asian refugee, chilling with a fucking, I don't know, some other refugee, and they're mates. You know what I mean? I could take you to 1,000 cafes here in Melbourne where there's like 4 refugees working there, bro, from all over the world. And they're treated like brothers. But you're right, there definitely needs to be more, there needs to be more protocols in place that, to integrate people, not assimilate people, to integrate people. You know what I mean? But it's like, you have to remember, dude, a lot of people who come over here, they don't want to integrate, bro. They resent your country, and they resent your way of life, and they resent what your governments have done to them. They can't see past that, man. They can't see past that. Like, imagine if my mum died at the hands of your government. Do you think when I come to the UK, I'm gonna like UK people, bro? Like, literally, it would take a strong motherfucker not to hate. It takes a strong person not to hate, man. You know what I mean? And it'd be hard to look past that, man. It'd be hard to look past that your government took my mum's life. And the last thing I would want to do is become UK. I'm just there because I want to live. But the last thing I want to do is turn into a Brit. You can have sympathy for refugees and want things to change and still want to have some sort of solution to recent events. I don't think they're as connected as people make out. No, you're right, bro. 100% you're right. You can help more people by helping them where they are. Well, we drive them out. Our governments drive these people out of their country, and then they get brought to our country. We're the ones driving them out of the country, man. They don't want to leave their homeland. Imagine if I took you out of your home. You don't want to leave. These dudes don't want to leave, man. Okay, there might be a small percentage of them who just want to get away, they just want to leave. But a lot of them don't want to leave, man. I don't want to leave my home and trade it for your home. Most of the refugees aren't from places like Syria. Where are the Western wars in North Africa? I'm sure there's probably lots of Western wars in Africa. We just don't hear about them, man. Brother, it definitely is more complex than I'm saying. I'm not saying I understand it. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying, you know, like, don't feel challenged by my mindset, bro. You might know more about it than me. I'm not saying that. I'm just shedding my opinion, man. Most of the refugees aren't from places like Syria. I would like to see how many refugees are coming from Syria right now. I'd actually be interested to see the percentage of where the people are coming from, man. There'd be something out there. Bro, the UK stripped Africa. I mean, 100%. I'm not even sure about what the UK did to Africa, but I'm sure they fucked it. Just like Australia probably fucked it. Just like America probably fucked it. Shout out from Israel. Shout out to you, brother. I don't have any frustration with Christianity. Frank, I've never said that, bro. I never even talk about Christianity, man. Like, I've never, fill me in, bro. Maybe I have said something, I just can't remember it. You know what I mean? I understand that all your videos are for you. Huh? Give me a sec, bro. I'm trying to work this out. I'm trying to work out this question. I got no frustrations with Christianity. No, I got no frustrations with any. I don't really care, man. UK fucked Australia, mass genocide all over the globe, and we live in the wealth countries. Bro, the thing is, a lot of us are refugees, man. I mean, we come from a long line of being a refugee. We just don't realise it, man. Like, I remember when the whole boat people thing was coming up in Australia, like, cunts were walking around telling people and looking at them and saying, like, dude, you are a boat person. Don't remember who came here and fucking wiped out the whole fucking country, man. You know what I mean? People were walking around saying, you are a fucking boat person. Do you know what I mean? Like, boat people were telling me I was boat people. I said, motherfucker, my family came here on a plane, brother. Your family came here on a boat. Your family actually laid the foundation of destruction for my family to come here. You know what I mean? Don't forget that, bro. Don't forget that. Oh yeah, so the majority of the refugees are Syrian. So who said that comment before that they weren't Syrian? I mean, we just heard it, bro. I mean, not to say Wiki knows everything, bro, but Wiki knows a fair bit. Robert, I've been phenomenal, man. Ramadan's going amazing. I feel great. My lips are starting to get dry already. I've actually been feeling great, bro. I've been doing really well, man. And I hope you've been doing well too. I love these heated streams about religion and terrorism, man. They just go off. They say they are Syrian but look Somalian. Yeah, we do, bro. We do. The problem is that people will never move on from the past. Every race, religion, creed, everything has bad things in it, man. I mean, I like to think about it like, you know, I guess with the Islam thing, and everyone likes to bring up the Quran, people like to bring up shit like, I just think has no relevance, man. Like, I like to bring up why someone interprets it like that, not just like the text they're reading, you know what I mean? Because we can interpret, like, I interpret a lot of shit different to other people, man. I can interpret, my perception and perspective on a situation can be completely different to yours. And it's driven off my experience, man. That's what it's driven off, eh? And some people come from some fucked up experiences, man, which shifts their perspective and their view on the world, man. And their perception of just reality and perception from what's right and what's wrong, and their perception of life and their perception of religion and everything, bro. So they read everything coming from those two P's. And that leads to some actions, man. You know, we always talk about change your perspective, change your perception, you know, change your actions, you know, change the way you want to live your life, eh? But you got to remember, like, what are these people? What's this person's perception on the world? You know what I mean? I mean, what's their perspective on the world, man? What's their perception on the current situation? What's their education like, man? What's their education like? You know what I mean? What level of critical thinking do they have, man? You know, most of us just believe what we're taught from school, man. Or, you know, what the government tells us. We just believe that, man. So, you know, what's the education like for a fucking 10-year-old Syrian kid who knows nothing but destruction, and their teacher just watched their fucking daughter get their head chopped off, and what, you think that teacher's going, yeah, love the West? You think that teacher's going, love the UK? I don't know what you're saying, but I find it hard to believe that would be the majority, man. You know, because I would definitely tell my kids, fuck America, if America came up to me. You know, if America took my family away from me and I'm a teacher, you know, what am I going to be telling those kids? It's just bleak, man. It's just bleak shit. You know what I mean? And yeah, I could never put myself. I could never put myself fully in someone's shoes like that. I could never do it. It's beyond me, bro. It's beyond me. You know what I mean? It's beyond me to put myself in the shoes of a kid like that. But I can at least put like 1% effort in and try. You know what I mean? We're not condoning any acts of violence. We're just trying to understand. We're just trying to like kind of, you know, trying to understand why the problem's happening. You can lead to some way of the way you can come to a solution, man. Not that mean you can just single-handedly change everything, you know, but you can exercise your power to try and be a part of the solution, not be a part of the problem, man. You know what I mean? I will never be able to understand it, bro. I'll never be able to understand it. You know what I mean? But you got to be sure, bro, that I'm trying to. Even though, like, you know, we'll go on about our daily lives after this and probably forget about this conversation, you know what I mean, until we revisit it. But, you know, if you can put 1% in to try and empathize, you got to try. We don't need to light. Shout out to you, Deadpool. We don't need to lighten the moon, brother. The moon's always light. We can talk about it and not, you know. I mean, I guess we got heated with that Gumar dude, but I don't even think that Gumar dude was a hater. What's his name? I forgot his name, but I don't even think he was a hater. Actually, he was probably just a good dude who just said some dumb shit on the wrong stream. Shout out to all of you on the stream right now, eh? Shout out to the people who have the courage to talk about this shit, man. Because a lot of people are just like, you know, if you're a racist, you know, speak up about your ideas and your views, man. I welcome anyone to challenge my views, and I wouldn't even hate them for challenging them unless you say some dumb shit, and I'm gonna fucking tell you you're a dumb cunt, but I'm welcome to you telling me I'm a dumb cunt too. It's just, it is what it is, man. A lot of people are just low-key racist, but they're too scared to open their fucking mouth. Free speech always destroys racism and dumb shit. I'm not racist, but I'm uneducated. I'm uneducated on so many things too, brother. Yeah. I'm not racist, but I love my country and I'm worried where it's going. 100%. Because right now it's not going to a good place. You know what I mean? And it doesn't make you worried. It doesn't make you a racist to be worried about London and the UK and care about your home, man. It doesn't, eh? Shouts to you, Kamal. Happy Ramadan, brother. I'm not racist, but I love a good meme. Shouts to you, man. I love a good meme too. When people say, do you think Muslims need to do more push extremists out? Do you have any weight to that? I think that has zero weight. I mean, what do you think I think that has zero weight, brother. I mean, what do you want them to do, man? They can't, you know, like, they can't do much more, man. Muslims don't condone the, Muslims don't condone this shit. You know, there might be a percentage of them out there that do condone this shit, but the majority don't condone these acts of behavior, man. They don't. You know what I mean? I mean, for us to think that they're not I mean, what's the word? I mean, we feel like they don't condone it. I mean, we feel like they condone it, bro. I'm telling you from my point of view, I can understand why people think, you know, like just random people might think that Muslims condone this shit, because we don't hear about it. All we hear about is the fact, is that they're not doing enough. That's what we hear, man. Just further makes them look like the Crims, man. Further just splits the divide even harder. You know, we just hear, like, we don't turn on the news and see 1,000 fucking sheikhs lined up and shit. We don't see 1,000 preachers, you know, saying that we don't see the footage from like all the mosques all around the world saying, brother, we got to be peaceful and show people love, you know, because I can go down the mosque down here, bro, and I guarantee you the dude in there saying, bro, this is a time for all of us to be peaceful and show kindness and love. But we don't see that, man. We see, like, you know, we see the one fucking radical mosque that's saying that, like, we condone this shit, and then we see some, you know, some teenager who just finished his journalism degree after reading off a teleprompter saying they're not doing enough. We don't, yeah, you're right, bro. But, you know, you're also right, bro. There's probably plenty of Muslims out there that condone this shit. But, you know, there's plenty of just, like, on every side of every fucking tragic thing that happens on the globe, there's plenty of people who condone it and don't condone it, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, 100%, man. The alleged Manchester bomber was shot to the cops 5 times by his family and friends. The mosque, nothing was done. Yeah, 100%. What you're trying to say is that they tipped them off and everyone was telling them this cunt's crazy, and then boom, it happens, eh? Suddenly no one did enough, eh? Except the cops did enough, but, you know, The police always do enough. You know what I mean? But, you know, the families in the mosque and everyone who dobbed him in didn't do enough, man. I don't feel bad, brother. I don't feel bad wanting to stay safe. I don't feel bad wanting to... Like, I don't feel bad for that, bro. But then, that's nothing to feel bad about. You know what I mean? But what you feel, you know, what you wanting to be safe and you wanting to stay in your bubble, you know, everyone should want to feel like that, brother. You know what I mean? Like, everyone's entitled to that feeling to feel safe, man. And their right to live. Just like the kids getting blown up over there, man. You know what I mean? They're exactly like you, brother. Then I don't think people realize how close these people really are to them. I mean, we live in the world of division where you think that, not you, I mean, people think that language, you know, like we live in the world of barriers and division and shit. So language separates us, clothes separate us, like class, gender, whatever, man, religion, it all separates us, man. So we're so disconnected that these people are almost like aliens for us. And when people say, oh, the Muslims did it, they don't even realize that these cunts are human beings, man. They don't even realize they're human beings with thoughts and emotions and feelings and the need to be loved and safe and have a roof over their head and their right to live. They don't even see that, bro. You know what I mean? They just think, oh, they just say it like they alienate them. You know what I mean? Like, oh, the Christians, oh, they're the Muslims, oh, you know what I mean? Like shit like that. It's like, but you're like, what are you talking about? Are you talking about a UFO? Are you talking about another human being? You know, the cunt's got a dick and he takes a piss and the mum has had a baby and she lactates and, you know, all sorts of normal shit like you, bro. You know what I mean? Like, when I was fucking like 9, my grandma wanted to take me to Syria. She told me it was beautiful. You know, fast forward now, like, what the fuck, man? You know what I mean? Like, there was a girl maybe like fucking like 3 years ago that was rocking the same H&M sweater that your sister got. And they brought it out in Syria earlier. It was earlier released on the H&M line than it was in America where your sister bought it. And they were wearing the same outfit. She's not that different from you. You know what I mean? He's not that different from you. You know? It's crazy, the timing, bro. I'm not sympathizing, Goober. I'm not sympathizing, bro. I'm not sympathizing with the attackers. I'm not. I'm just. We're just trying to, you know, not that can get to the bottom of anything, or not that we really know what's going on, but we're trying to understand what's going on further than just what we're told is going on. Because 9 times out of 10, what I've told has been going on is incorrect, and it's never served me well just to listen to another cunt. You know what I mean? And just believe what I'm meant to believe or what it should be like. You know what I mean? All I'm saying is, bro, these people come from extreme circumstances, and we got to look at what drives a cunt to do extreme shit. You know what I mean? Because anytime I've done anything extreme, it's because I've been thrust into an extreme situation. You know what I mean? And it's stemmed from my perspective on the world. And a lot of the people inciting the violence are the people trying to solve the violence, man, or the so-called solve the violence, the ones inciting it. And you know, these people get brought up in hard times and hard circumstances. Now, I'm not talking about the cunts who. I'm not talking about, you know, specifically the dudes who kill people in London. That, you know, it is what it is. They're fucked up. Anyone who takes another life's fucked up. But we're just trying to work out what drives this shit. What I find baffling is the people stating these cowards should fight and die for their country instead of running away. The gift of life shouldn't be wasted on who's saying that? You're saying that politicians and people are saying that these Syrians should stay in their country and fight? Europeans are saying they should stay and fight. Well, they have no idea about what's going on. Okay, maybe some countries in the EU have that. I mean, maybe they have stayed and fought for their own country, and they have a shred of perspective on what that's like. But you know, who the fuck would I be to say you should stay over there and fight for your own country? The fuck, man? You know what I mean? Like, that's some serious toxic talk, man. You know what I mean? It's like they're gonna die. You want that cunt to die? Seriously, bro. Like, you want that cunt to, like, not you, but I mean, like, people say some shit. I'm like, you want this? You're trying. Well, you think you're the universe? Well, you think you're so special, you're the universe, bro? Well, you're trying to deny another brother's life to live? That's essentially what you're saying with your words. Nah, bro. If that cunt was standing right in front of us, dude, I'd say hop on that fucking boat and come to my house right now. But there's so much division and shit and so much alienation that's so far away from what we think it's like, man. You know what I mean? Tide is riding, shouts to you, OG Mizzen. 1,000 years there ago, there was no TVs to tell us who to hate. Shouts to you. We're talking about terrorism and refugees. Yeah, we are. I would not stay. I wouldn't stay, man. I would definitely not stay. And I'm definitely not going to stay because some arrogant, uninformed, unexperienced dude sipping on tea thinks I should have the courage to stay. You know what I mean? I would not stay, man. Blah, blah, blah. Fuck this cunt. I'm blocking you, bro. Boring ass fuck. I mean, if you're gonna say blah, 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 I mean, say something, lad. You know what I mean, Borsuck? Say something, lad. You know, I know you're just an ignorant fuck just saying blah, 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 but, you know, say something. Fuck you. Shouts to you, brother, honestly. You fucking need help, eh? No one can say, you know what I mean? You'd be ignorant. Goober, no, of course, you're human. You're a human, bro. Like, obviously, I would react more hardcore to it if it happened down the street from me too. There's nothing wrong with that. You know, I think what you feel now is 100% valid and it's 100% real. But I think it's a useful time for you to take what you're feeling, put it into perspective and see how you can make a difference in the problem. You know what I mean? How you can make a difference for the solution. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people, I mean, that's how fear and division gets struck in people, man. Shit like this happens close to home. People feel a certain type of way. They can't put it in perspective. They get brainwashed by the authorities in place, and then they form their conclusion on the topic, and that's their stance, and they never have an open mind, and then their power gets stripped from them straight away, brother. Shouts to you, Frank Tank. Peace and love to you, Jess, and your family. Shouts to you, Camby W93. Same to you, brother. Shouts to you, Alexander. Social Spinner. Shouts to you. Good to see you, legend. Now that's journalism, eh? Shouts to you, Alexander. Many journalists who've worked for CNN have openly come out and exposed the fact they have been forced to convey information that was, in fact, untrue. You heard it first, lad. I'm sure there's both coins to every side of the story, man. there's probably equal parts conveying the truth and equal parts, I wouldn't say equal parts conveying the truth, I'd say the majority conveying the dis-truth, the non-truth, and then there'll be some legit journalists out there who just do their job and just report on the story and report on the facts of actually what's going on, man. Shout out to you, Rap Loss, brother. It would have been a pleasure to meet you. Next time. Oh shit, you fucking new job, lad. Shouts to you, brother. I know I'm Recycles Black Rock. Come drop my bike for a service. I'm gonna need. Oh yeah, I feel juiced, man. After this stream, man. I'm gonna need some Divine Relp too. 100% social spin. I haven't been riding out that way for a long, but if I do, I'll come in and stop by. Have you seen what they do in Singapore? Most of the property is government owned and they spread it through. I've actually seen what you're talking about. So shout out to the Singaporean government, eh? Are you talking about like housing blocks in rich areas? That kind of stuff? Have I been to Taiwan? I have been to Taiwan. I've been to Taipei. I might go back to Taiwan soon. First dated role. Are you being a mechanic or are you just a desk, like just selling? Almond milk I love almond milk, man. I love soy milk. It depends what you're putting it in. Like, I'm more of a fan of soy milk, man, to be honest with you. They do sell pea protein in Australia. Rupert, yeah, I know. I mean, sometimes the stream's not the most. I mean, but you know, to me that shit, you know. I mean, it affects us all. It affects us all, and you know. A lot of the things we fight for every day, a lot of the things that we feel like, you know, like I notice it's all the same thing, man. It's all connected, man. You know what I mean? It's all connected. So this shit affects us, man, and it should affect us, and it has to be addressed. When the situations, when the opportunities to talk about these things, you know, really hit home for a lot of people, and people are riled up about it, it's an opportunity to talk about it, no matter, you know, whether it seems uplifting or not, brother. You know what I mean? What do I do when I'm bored and have no energy? I don't really get bored anymore. I only get bored sometimes, but I mean what are you bored about? You got to get rid of the word bored out of your vocabulary, brother. There's no such thing as being bored. I mean, you just have to enjoy what you're doing, man. Just enjoy being there, eh? You know? Shout out to you, brother. I'll see you soon, Social Spinner. Yeah, you're right, man. Sometimes, you know, questions get misinterpreted, missaid, or whatever, and get heated, eh? But who cares, man? If people start taking, you know, like, I mean, I took it upsettingly with that fucking dude at the start, you know what I mean? But he's cool. I mean, he still stayed on, I mean, you know, so shouts to him. Shouts to you, Daz. I appreciate it. I can't believe the show came so quickly, brother. Fuck, I think that we're all humans and individual, but in fact all connected to part of the same ocean. We die and we get back to the same pure connectedness. 100% agree with you, man. You know, in my belief, man, you know, I personally don't think I personally don't think. What was the question? Let me go back to this will be the final topic, man. Life after death. I personally don't think the day I die here on planet Earth is going to be the end of my time, man. You know what I mean? No, I don't really know. Like, it's beyond me to think about what happens after or what happens, but I mean, something keeps going, man. You know what I mean? You go back to the source or something. You know what I mean? I feel like we all come from the same source, man. You know what I mean? We're all here living in individual. I feel like we're all here living individual experiences, but we came from the same spot, and we'll go back to the same spot. Shouts to all of you, eh? My plans today, I'm probably gonna do a bit of work, go do deliveries, come home. Might catch up with Alberto and all the boys down here for some dinner if their schedule permits it, and that's it. So that's the end of the stream. We'll get Alexander. We'll hit that question tomorrow, brother, if you're still here. So shouts to all of you. It's been a great stream. I know it got heated, but you know, it is what it is. This shit gets me riled up, man, and it should get everybody riled up. I mean, because it's hardcore shit. You know what I mean? It's hardcore stuff, and you should have an opinion about it. You know what I mean? So shouts to all of you. Everybody have a great day. And I'll see you on the next fucking stream.